celebrating 30 years of phenomenal trend forecasting. Here's Gerald Celente with today's trends in the news.
Hi, this is Gerald Celente. It's Friday, June 21st, 2019, and here are some of today's trends in the news. On the market fronts over there in Asia, Shanghai's up a little bit. The other two cats are down. Over there in Europe, everybody's down. Here in the States, Dow up a little bit, NASDAQ down a little bit. Oil up. And gold. Woo! Looking golden. And Bitcoin, that's up too. The S&P 500 was little changed on Friday after reaching fresh record highs earlier in the day as Wall Street concludes a week that saw strong gains in equities. So another record high, all right? And you got these business prostitutes sending out that was bullshit. That trade wars and tariffs are going to bring down the markets. They've been saying this for 3 years, and over 3 years, the markets keep hitting new highs. There's a global slowdown, has nothing to do with trade wars and tariffs. It's a bigger issue than that. You know about it. We've been talking about it, writing about it. Trend alerts, trends journals, it's there everywhere. So, what's juicing the markets up? You know what? That monetary methadone that the central banksters just keep injecting into that bull. They're investors. They're not investors. They're gamblers. They're addicted gamblers, and they got to give them their fix. End of story. So, gold prices hit their highest levels in nearly 6 years on Friday, buoyed by expectations of easier monetary policy. Yeah, more drug addiction to keep the bull running. End of story on that. The negative correlation between the dollar and gold prices has driven investors into gold ahead of any weakness in the U.S. dollar, David Lennox, resource analyst at Fat Profits, told CNBC. So, it's the Fed's move. It's the European central banks. We heard from the bankster Mario Draghi. We're listening to what they're going to do in India, what they're going to do in Japan, what they're doing in China. More cheap dough. Bank of Japan indicated on Thursday that the central bank would, quote, consider expanding stimulus without hesitation. Stimulus. Hey, and you could buy those bonds at negative yields because you give them money for 10 years, and when you cash in the dough in 10 years, you get less back. Yeah, and the Japanese central bank, they're the ones buying up the stocks. They're the ones buying up the bonds. And they got negative bond yields in France, in Germany. It's a rigged game, but you know what it is. And what it is the gold bull run has begun. I, Gerald Celente, am the only trend forecaster in the entire world that identified the gold bull run in our Trend Alert, June 6th. The gold bull run. It's there for everybody to read. And everybody that's been listening to me over the years knows that I've been negative on gold for the past 6 years. Unlike these people, because that's going to spike. No. It has to break over 1385 to go to the new high, which is 1450's next breakout point. And it's only now $50 away from that. So it broke over the first level of 1385. The downside, will gold prices go down? Of course they do. Nothing goes straight up. But the bottom for gold to me is only about $100 less than where it is now, which is nothing in the futures market. Again, your trend alert, the gold bull run. And oil futures rose on Friday because of the tensions building up in the Gulf. Again, read your Trends Journal 2018 Top 10 Trends. Market shock, mass murder. We warned that the United States, Israel, and Saudi Arabia were going to be aiming at Iran. And if war breaks out in Iran, you're going to see in the Middle East oil prices spike above $100 a barrel. We wrote this over almost 2 years ago. All right? So, here's what's going to happen. Oil prices go up, and you know what that means? The markets go down, equity markets go down, economies go down, retail sales go down, everything goes down. Because the more money that goes into your gas tank, the less that goes into the cash registers. So, what else do we have on that? U.S. gasoline futures, meanwhile, jumped around 4% following a massive fire in Philadelphia. Yeah, that was terrible. You see the explosion over there. And Apple explores shift from China. Apple is asking suppliers to study shifting final assembly of some products out of China because of the trade tensions. Yeah, and you know what the other reason is? Manufacturers of apparel, footwear, and other low-margin consumer items have been moving out of China in recent years due to rising costs. Yeah, rising costs. You got it. They're looking for more cheap labor. And again, one of the only things I agree with on Trump, the border issues and on the trade issues. And now I don't want to see tariffs and trade wars. I say just bring back what used to exist before the Democrats and Repulsivekins sold us out. Very simple. Anyway, moving on. New car quality hit speed bumps. The majority of brands performed worse this year, survey results show, than last year. So, here's the deal. They're talking about driverless cars. Top Trends 2017. We said it's a driverless cliff. It ain't going to happen. They can't fix the brakes. Auto ignitions. One problem after another. It's a waste of money. Yes, they're going to have driverless going from point to point on different sites, mining sites, that kind of thing. But no, not on Interstate 85 or on a city block near you. Ain't going to happen. They can't fix minor issues. Modi vows fresh action to reverse India's economic slide. Oh, a big headline story here. That's the Prime Minister of India. And that's what I've been saying for a long time. More monetary methadone. Carnival cites Cuba cruise ban as it lowers earnings. Yep. We had the Trump administration banning U.S.-based cruise ships from traveling to Cuba, affecting some 800,000 passengers in the coming months. And the move came after the administration put a cap on remittance from Cuba, from Cuban Americans. Among other steps, it has even nixed an agreement with Major League Baseball allowing Cuban baseball players to join its teams. What's stupid?
Bullshit detected. Take precautions.
What's stupid bullshit by bullshitters. How dare they tell me where I can go? Oh, remember the war they started in Vietnam? Oh, yeah. Only killed 58,000 Americans, 3.5 million Vietnamese, destroyed the country, Agent Orange, poison, maiming millions. Yeah, but now we're doing business with them, so I say it's okay to do it. How could any adult let these moron, psychopaths, sick bastards, and to be equal, bitches, tell us what to do? Can't go to Cuba. So now the Cuban people are suffering, just like they're doing in Iran with the sanctions, just like they're doing in Venezuela. Don't forget to vote. If you don't vote, then you get what you deserve. You vote for a piece of shit. All right? Oh, I like my shit. My Obama shit doesn't stink as bad as your Trump shit. Oh, no. No, Obama just destroyed Libya and killed people over there in Afghanistan with a troop surge. Oh, and Assad has to go. Oh, he wasn't that bad. No, Trump is worse. They're all crazy. And you got to be nuts to support them. Russians ring call-in show to call out Putin for economic misery. Big story here. It's in the Financial Times. You know, Putin was on the telephone receiving calls for 4.5 hours. for 4.5 hours, and we got these clowns that are running the show over here that won't even talk to us. Obama looked in the teleprompter, go screw yourself. No, Trump, they make fun of Putin. At least he communicates with the people. And what else do we have here? Oh, French MPs press for legalized cannabis use. Oh, how wonderful. Isn't it nice? MPs, they banned this stuff for 50 years. A total failure. But you know why they're doing it? They want the dough. French MPs, including members of Emmanuel Macron's party, want to introduce a bill to legalize the distribution and use of cannabis. Government experts say this could raise 3 trillion euros in additional annual tax receipts, so that the low-life slimers could live better lives. They steal your money. The National Cannabis Freedom Act. What right do these freaks and fools have to tell us what to do with nature's plant? And I don't call it Mother Nature, because I don't call it Father Nature, so just call it nature. They have no right. Elizabeth Borne, Transport Minister of France, said they would not legalize recreational cannabis. Go screw yourself. All the rest of you. How dare you tell us what to do? A war on drugs? Anyway, what else do we have here? Trump warns Iran's downing of U.S. drone was a very big mistake. Hey, stupid, you got no right being over there. Oh, what if they were sending drones over the Gulf of Mexico, right off the coast of California, off New York? Oh, we wouldn't shoot them down. No, welcome. Oh, you're in territorial water. You could do anything you want. We'd say to the Iranians or the Russians or any other country that came here, the Chinese. Trump said, thought about it for a second. He's talking about retaliating. You know what? They shot down an unarmed drone plane. Whatever you want to call it. Whatever you want to call it. Whatever you want to call it. It's a drone. It's a giant drone the size of a major airline. Oh, and we just lost about $220 million. That's what it cost. Hey, you can't drink the water in Flint. We got no money to fix it. Go screw yourself. We got to give it to the military-industrial complex. The losers haven't won a war since World War II, but we're always looking for another one. So occupy peace. Anyway, and here we are sitting with 150 dead people that would have taken place probably within a half an hour after I said go ahead. And I didn't like it. I didn't think it was proportionate. Who the hell is this shithead to decide going to war against another country? There's a thing, little boys and girls, that Congress doesn't give a good damn about called the Constitution. You're not supposed to go to war against another country without Congress voting for it, which they have not done since World War II. All right? Nah, forget about it. We got the... Oh, and I love... They show him pictures, he's dressed in a military jacket with a hat on. Oh, yeah, it's perfect for the reality show champion. They do it with all of them. Just when they go visit other countries and they roll out the red carpets and all these clowns get dressed up in military drag and salute. Yeah, I salute. I'm in no hurry. Our military is rebuilt, new and ready to go. By far the best in the world. Sanctions are biting, and more added last night. Iran could never, in capitals, he tweeted, have nuclear weapons. Oh no, Israel can, Pakistan can, India can, France can, Britain can, but I'll tell you who can or can't. Your military hasn't won a war, fat boy. Protests in Algeria as prominent figures arrested in graft probe. Thousands of Algerians have rallied in the country's capital. This is going on. We've been reporting about this for months. The people are taking to the streets looking for a new government. In this country, they don't take to anything. They got no courage in this country. Oh, no bullying zones, too. And then finally, study links device use to change in posture. You can't figure it out. Bent over like this, walking down the street, all change in posture? No. You know why they call them handhelds? Because everybody's jerking off in public. This is Gerald Celente, and that's some of today's trends in the news.